Welcome to This Week at the Daily. I'm Anisha Nandi, and this week we're sitting down with Daniel Markowitz. It's something a little bit different this week. We're going to be talking about a humorous video that Daniel made that's been getting a lot of attention. It has over 70,000 views, and it's been reposted to Bro Bible and Total Frat Move, among a lot of other websites. So let's start first by hearing a little bit about you, Daniel.
Okay. I'm Daniel, obviously. I'm a senior here at the University of Michigan. My major is PPE, which stands for Political Science, Philosophy, and Economics, which seems really serious, but I'm actually not that serious. I really enjoy comedy, and acting, and writing, and this was kind of my first shot at trying some of that stuff out. So for anyone who hasn't seen it, I put on a dress and a wig, and I went to the first day of sorority rush when all the girls have to go to all the houses. I'm in Greek life, so I've been experiencing this for the past 4 years. I've always thought it was funny, the difference between sorority rush and fraternity rush. It's such a serious process that's like organized to a T, and I've always thought maybe it shouldn't be that serious, so I wanted to see what happened if we added a little bit of chaos or a little bit of, unorganized fun.
So what was the process of actually going through and, executing this video?
It was an experience that I'd never had before. So we had to go to the ISS building. We got equipment, camera, a mic that could mic me up and be hidden, which I'd never done before. We went around to the houses a week before and just kind of like looked where my partner would stand, where I would kind of stand, and try to get an idea of how this would actually work. I mean, we didn't have any schedule, like where the girls would be or whatever, so it was kind of all on the fly. Was
there anybody who thought that it was real, that thought you were really trying to rush, or did they kind of catch on that it was a joke?
There was a couple people at the first houses before like word got out that there was a guy in a dress running around that had to double take, which was awesome. Or maybe I'm not manly enough, I don't know. But they would see something wrong, and then they'd look back and be like, "That's definitely a dude in a dress. Like we have to stop this." And like you would see, there's some good shots, and like not all of them made it, but like girls who didn't realize it first, and then when they realized, they like have to like run over and like shut it down. So yeah. There was, at the beginning, maybe a little bit, but I think it was pretty obvious that I was a guy. I hope so. I think my favorite moment of the entire thing is, I don't even know the name of what house it is, but I'm walking away from one house, and it just so happens that girls are, like the end of the line is entering another house, and I kind of turned to my partner Guy Majar, and I was like, just keep rolling. And then I just ran to this house, and it was like it was like the most real moment, because this one, I wasn't expecting to go to another house at this moment. I just saw it happening and ran in, and I was like, I'm sorry I'm late, and ran up the stairs, and then one of the Panhandle reps, or the head of the sorority rush process, was following behind me and ran up after me, which was like a totally real reaction, so like that moment was like the most real for me. It
sounds like a lot of fun and games, but were there any moments that were definitely difficult for you?
Yeah, there was a couple of difficult moments. I think the first house was extremely difficult. I didn't know what to say or what to do, and I was probably more nervous than the freshman girls who were nervous about meeting everyone. And I remember the footage from the first house, which was completely cut, like, I don't have much to say, and I wasn't warmed up, and I was a little nervous to be there, and it really took a little while to like get into the character.
Tell us a little bit about how you came up with her.
She developed out of everything, I think, an over-exaggeration of what an oblivious freshman would be, someone who only knew the stereotypes of these sororities and was super over the top with everything that everyone thinks is maybe negative about a sorority, like all the characteristics that people like pick on. It was like overdone to make her a comedic character. So
what were some of the reactions you got before and after?
It's been all over the board. I would say mostly positive, which was really nice to see, because I didn't know how it was going to work, and I felt like I was taking a big risk being this fraternity guy putting on a dress and a wig and running around, something that's probably not normal. So it was cool that a lot of the girls who I thought might have been mad that I was messing up this process came up to me and told me like how funny they thought it was, or that they were glad that someone was doing something different for this process that's so strict and organized. And I didn't want anyone to be mad at me at this, I wanted to be pure fun, and people would be like, okay, that was funny. It messed it up a little bit, but we're okay. But there were moments before when I kept talking to my friends, being like, everyone's gonna hate me, I don't know if I can do this, and I needed a little bit of encouragement. And then right before the last house, I saw like my texts blowing up. I wouldn't read them all day. And I just saw a text from like everybody I'm close to, and I didn't want to read them because I thought if they were mean, I would just be like have a breakdown and have to stop. But before the last house, that happened to me anyway, and I was like, can't go through with this anymore, we're done. We can't, everyone's gonna hate me anyway. And my friends kind of pushed me through and said, let's just get this done. We'll see what happens afterwards.
Right.
I mean, the mentality of the whole video was, if no one likes it, at least we'll have fun with it.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't want it to be, I'm okay with if no one liked it. I wasn't gonna be okay if people were mad at me about it. Or like thought I was like a bad person for it. That was what was scary.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm lucky that there was a positive reaction.
Were there any reactions more negatively that you weren't expecting? Was the transgender community at all offended?
I haven't been personally confronted by someone from that community. People have asked me if that was my angle with this, and that was completely not the angle. Mm-hmm. Like, well, what if there was a guy who, you know, liked dressing up or identified like that? Would they be able to rush? People are asking me these very, you know, difficult questions, and what would happen. And I almost don't even want to answer them because my thing was, let's make people laugh.
Right.
You know, I would hope that anybody would be allowed to rush a sorority if that's how they felt or identified, but I didn't personally want to attack that issue and make a statement.
Tell us a little bit about that moment where you realized that, you know, it was getting picked up by other places.
I was sitting in class and someone said, hey, I just saw your video, really cool. And I was like, oh, thanks, like, who showed you? He was like, oh, it was on Bro Bible. And then I just sit in class for another hour and a half, just like, what? like wanted to get out of there, I wanted to go like see what was going on, but I couldn't. And then when I got back home and I was looking through all the Bro Bible comments and different people posting it, I was scrolling through Twitter and being a maniac, and then I saw a TFM tweet that said, guy tries to rush sororities, and I let out a scream, and like that was like a big moment for me.
Because that was the one, right? That was like kind of the website that you saw epitomize these videos?
I kind of thought that out of the Greek community, that was kind of one of the top places I could land. So I didn't know if I was going to land on any of these websites, but if I could, you know, that was the trifecta I kind of wanted to hit. The Total Frat Move, Total Sorority Move, Bro Bible, and Elite Daily. They were kind of like the top. And
with all this attention, you know, you're getting posted on all these websites, it has a lot of views. Is there anything you're a little hesitant about?
It was posted a week ago. I don't even know this point. I'm like sick of myself like right now. I like can't. I haven't watched the video in a couple of days because like during editing and when it posted, I watched like 100 times. I don't even find it funny anymore. So
I'm sure you've memorized it word for word by now.
Yeah, we know all the lines. But I was scared that if it didn't get posted to these websites, how many more times I would be okay with posting it to my Facebook, like, hey, check me out, hey, check out what I did, because I don't want people to feel like I'm going to be spamming them with myself. I actually want to do more sketch stuff. I mean, there are going to be more videos where we mess with people, but I really want to focus on more sketch, comedy, more written stuff. It can go in a lot of different directions, but I think the next couple that are going to come out are going to be a little different than this. Right. I don't think I'm going to put on a dress for a little while. Any ideas specifically for videos you want to do in the future? It's all secret right now. we're gonna go by the element of surprise. It worked for us in the first video, and maybe people don't expect what's coming. Because I don't want to be the guy who just does Greek videos. You know, there's gonna be stuff that's totally on the other side of the spectrum. You know, so hopefully people won't be able to expect what's coming next from Shenanigang, which is our new channel. Fair enough. Thanks so much. Thank you.